Okay, welcome to the Helm Dev meeting. It's May 21st, 2026. We are being recorded. We follow the CNCF Code of Conduct, so be nice. Okay, so all right, awesome. Would someone mind dropping the link
I
into
just
the
did.
Thanks,
Yep.
Karen. Hey. Okay, well, covering for Evans today, we have a couple of discussion items. Let's see who is on the call. I can speak to them anyway. But doesn't look like either George or Andy are actually Andy's on the call. Great.
Yep.
Do you want to go ahead and note it?
Yep.
So, just want to give everyone an update and just awareness that coming very soon, Helm support for Helm 3 is going to be coming to an end. I know, sad times, sad times. However, since Helm 4 has been out for about 9 months now, uh, the Helm project is going to be coming up on two very important dates regarding the supportability of Helm 3. Um, those dates are, give me a second. Helm 3 support bug fixes. The last bug fix that we're going to be coming out with is going to be on July 8th. And the last security fix that we're going to be releasing is going to be on November 11th. So keep that in mind for those who have not migrated over to Helm 4. Helm 3 support is going to be ending really soon. The Helm maintainers are putting together a blog post that's going to be coming out to the community just so that everyone has awareness of these upcoming changes. Hopefully, it's not shocking news, but if you are in Helm 3 land still and you haven't gone to Helm 4, notices out there that Helm 3 support is coming to an end. Are there any questions from anyone regarding any of those dates, any concerns, anything that we can help address from a maintainer perspective?
Do we have a nice list of, I don't want to call them incompatibilities, but let's call them speed bumps that customers might hit when they switch from Helm 3 to Helm 4?
We
Another
do.
big, yeah, go ahead.
Just on the main documentation I think it's still the landing page when you go to helm.s, or not the landing page, but if you go to helm.sh and click docs. No, I'm wrong. Okay, if you click the very next one down, which is Helm 4 overview, there's the upgrading section is there. It contains things like that. If someone notices that there's something very important that should be noted there, for folks upgrading from 3 to 4, please open a pull request against the Helm um, dash www site, or excuse me, Git repo. I know you know that, but other people on the call might not know where.
Thanks.
One quick note, Andy, I was thinking that we should highlight those dates more, a bit more on this page. It
Agreed.
might be nice to put a banner up.
Yeah. We know that there's many, many organizations and users that are still on Helm 3 and probably won't be able to change anytime soon. So those who aren't going to be able to change, working with a vendor or something for longer support is something that you're going to potentially need. But hopefully you can go over to Helm 4. Please go to Helm 4.
Awesome. Um, so great. I know we're talking about the details internally, so, or amongst maintainers. So I don't know if we need to get into any of those now, but I guess just say so if so. And we're going to move on to Benoit's um, topic. Oh, that's awesome.
Hello. Yes, I don't know if you can properly hear me because I'm in a very noisy environment. I will be quick. Just notice that we forget to update the documentation on the last release. So I've made a pull request to update this on the version 3 and version 4. Just to notice this. And the second point is I have few pull requests that were um, that had requests for change from Matt. And the thing is, the problem is Matt is not available at the moment. So I'm wondering how I could go forward with this pull request.
Uh, let's see. This is the. Oh, sorry. I think I missed it. You mentioned the other. Oh, the other block PRs. Okay. Okay. I'll take a look at them. Just want to make sure no one has their hand raised or anything. Okay. Yeah. So, did you just out of curiosity? You may have said this and I just didn't see it, but did you use the ah? What I would suggest, Benoit, is this script. I just put, oh, hey, Joe. I just put the list or the link to that script in.
Yes, I've used it. I think I've used it in a parent script to make all the update of the documentation. So normally I use this one. I will double check, but I think I'm using it. I'm
Oh,
pretty
maybe I
sure.
misread. Maybe I misread your.
Yeah, my script is using it and it's doing a little bit more, especially on version 4 with the we have a document we have page where we list the
Never
difference
mind.
between version 3 and version 4.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
I see you updated scripts in this PR. All right, I'll take a look. Thanks. About the other PRs, I don't know if anyone else, any other core maintainers wants to note that or take a look at those, but
I think Joe already made a review on one, so maybe Joe, if you want to make a double review on
okay.
the pull request.
I will take a look today.
Okay, great. And I see that like Matt Farina made a couple of requests. One of them I've already commented on in the past. I'll also do that too, Joe. And then if there are people maintainers who aren't who are off for a time or aren't reachable, and they've made requests, and the other maintainers can decide if those requests have been addressed and um, dismiss the review. I'm putting those in air quotes because we wouldn't actually be dismissive of other maintainers' reviews, but that's just what it's called in GitHub once something's addressed. So. Well, we didn't really have any other discussion items that are actually on the board or on the dock yet. Oh wait, I see Tara, you added something in Slack. Oh, never mind. That was just that was Benoit's PR link. Okay, does anyone else have any discussion items or want to bring anything up?
Just a question. Did you make a decision? I just missed it. Will the last V3 release be 321 or 322?
Oh, well, we don't really usually say that because if a if a critical
Mhm.
like if a security fix comes out or a critical bug, we can make a release in between. So we try not to say what the actual number is going to be for the final one. But
But a security vulnerability would not be a minor release, right?
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You were asking what the last minor would be?
Yeah.
My bad. I kind of like bowled right over what you actually were asking. I thought you were just asking what the last version would be.
Oh, no, that was the question here in the discussion on the first topic.
I actually don't know off the top of my head, but I basically just know we're following the release. We can calculate it right now. So just
It's already in the notes, right? It says 321 is in July, in June or July, and 322 is in September.
Okay, great. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because we release every
Every Kubernetes release.
we release every Kubernetes release for minor releases. Thank you. And we but then 322 in September. All right, we'll take a look at those for sure to make sure that those are right. But for sure, if you go to helm.sh and just go basically down to the bottom of the page, there's a release calendar, and we have listed on there when our minor releases are and our patch releases. Basically, the schedule is there are patch releases on the second Wednesday of every month, except for months where we have a minor release, which is every oh my God, every 3 months. I'm like, my brain's a little oatmeal right now.
But you've had stress lately? No way.
Yeah. Guess some people know I was part of a big layoff on Friday. So I just don't want to speak out of turn. And I do know this, but one second here. So yeah, right. Every 4 months. So yeah, so basically we are not going to have another minor release until September.
But
And that's
We
because
are
and
planning-
that's because we're going to bump the Kubernetes compatibility at the same time. And
That's right.
That's why it follows Kubernetes.
Yeah, that's right.
but there is an intention to do a minor release in September.
There is.
Because I thought I heard Andrew say that the last one would be in July.
Well, our releases are scheduled. Oh, actually, okay, you know what? We'll just get together on this because the September. Yeah, no, there will be. I'm not sure why that was said. Or maybe we just need to connect. But basically, the last day of I don't know. That's our schedule. I guess we'll discuss internally if we have different thoughts about this. But generally, it would be on the second Wednesday, which is the 9th of September, and support ends on the 11th for V3. So officially, we should still update because the Kubernetes miners come with security fixes as well, or they come with various fixes that help security, at the very least, dependencies. So that would match our policy. But if anybody is really concerned about that, we'll follow up on that in Helm Dev Slack. And as Andy said, there's going to be a blog post that details all of the exact information around this.
Looking forward
Nice.
to it.
Yeah. Okay. Benoit, looks like Benoit has a Benoit, did you want to?
Yes, I just had one question about the end of support of the V3. I was wondering if you think they will have a big increase of activity on the issues and patches with people that are still on V3 because they have the feature that they want and they don't want to migrate to V4 because they have too many incompatibility. I don't think there will be some issue, but I'm wondering if it can happen.
Do you mean are you asking if anybody anticipates an increase in
Yes, I
activity
don't know.
between now and September?
Yeah. Yes, I don't know if it's because the V4 is available since sometimes now, so I think we are pretty safe. But I see also some people still in V3 and not upgrading because of some small incompatibility. One of my peer is related to this, but this is the only one I know. So I don't know how much it will be an increase of support tickets and people bumping old patches for V4.
Sorry, did you share a link?
No, not just no league. But I think maybe we don't have any answer for that. We will see how it will happen next before the next drop of V3.
I think V2 to V3, when V2 ended, there was much gnashing of teeth and angst, and there was an increased number of issues that were filed during that period. But that was also a much more impactful change.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that's right. And we wrote tooling to help. I don't know if any of you had done that V2 to V3 migration, but we wrote a Helm 2 to 3 plugin, which did a lot of the migrating work for you because it was, as Joe said, it was there were manual steps involved otherwise. Here there should not be. Helm charts should work with existing version chart API version 2 charts should work both with V3 and V4 now, or excuse me, Helm 3 and Helm 4 now. But yeah, Benoit, if there are some things that update, and primarily those are commands, and there are a few other things that we had listed on that initial landing page in the docs. If you know, when I said there are things that we should point out, if those need to be updated, please open a PR for those. You mentioned that there's some incompatibility. I'm not sure which thing you're talking about, but whatever it is, can we follow up about that and make sure that gets noted, addressed, or something like that?
Yes, thanks.
Cool.
Yep.
I see the note now. Okay, then I think does anyone have anything else that they wanted to raise? I mean, I have a lot of things I could talk about, but I don't want to push the meeting. I didn't have any agenda items. Okay, then let's move on to well, I think we could look at some HIP review. No one noted any, and I didn't note any, although there are a few up there right now. I don't know. I'm tempted to say let's actually, like, if any maintainers can be around for a bit afterwards, it might be good to look at some of them together after the call and see if we can make any progress on them. But I'll share my screen very temporarily, at least to list them. So because they're not just for maintainers, they're for the community as well to give feedback on. Okay, so okay. Do you all know where the HIPs are? It is in the Helm docs, but it's at the Helm community repository on GitHub. Excuse me, those are the existing HIPs. Sorry, let me just go back real fast. The existing HIPs are listed on the README, and there are individual files that are linked to from that index. And then open pull requests. Generally, you can just filter by HIP as a keyword, and these are all the open HIPs. Well, I guess including people that have made PRs to fix typos and things formatting in them. Otherwise, those are open HIPs. So we are always looking for community feedback on these. So if you ever think, wow, I wish I had a say in how that was done, it's like the best data planetary was yesterday, but the next best day is today. It's similar to reviewing HIPs. barring a time machine, like this is what you can do. You can impact the decisions that are to come. So please give your comments, review, see what's relevant to you, and do that. Okay, so then, yeah, I guess just ping me, folks, if anybody wants to do that after this. I'll have some time. And then let's do shout outs. I have a couple. Well, I have actually almost everybody on this. A lot of people on this call I could shout out to, but I wanted to specifically shout out to Johannes because you've been really putting an effort to review issues and pull requests and asking some good questions and doing some research where, or at least following up on research where it's needed. So thank you very much. Yeah. And then social media amplification. I think we have some plans with the blog. Karen and Andy were all talking already about the blog post for the Helm 3 deprecation or end of life announcement. Is there any other social media shout outs that we should have? Oh, I have one. Is anybody interested in coming to the New York City Kubernetes Community Days event who doesn't already have a ticket? If you do, let me know. I have a free code for you. So we've gotten to that point where we've probably done where we are giving out as organizers free codes to people. So let me know. Ping me on Kubernetes Slack or however you can. And I guess that's a social media thing. And there are Helm talks there. Okay, so for next week, who wants to be the moderator? Can anyone who's on this call? That is the May 28th. If there's no one that can, I can just put myself down for now. And if anyone else wants to step up.
Looks like I can.
You can do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe. How about notes?
I'll take that.
Thank you so much. And issue triage, you see Terry, you put yourself down for that NPR. Thank you. I can also do I also have time now, more time than I did before to do issue triage and pull request reviews. Anybody else who are core maintainers? Okay, cool. Or just put yourself down if you can't speak on the mic right now, or text. And then what other core maintainers besides Joe and me can be present next week?
Said moderator, didn't say be present.
Oh no, I said besides you and me. Yeah, I knew that one.
No, I mean I'll be here, but I don't know if I'll be present.
Oh, whoosh.
Depends on how much coffee I've had.
Scott was not present for that comment.
I was not present enough to catch that one. Okay, great. So Joe, Scott, at least. Okay, thanks so much. We'll see
Terry's
you
gonna
all
say
on.
that?
Oh, I see, Terry. Hey, Terry. Is that you saying you'll be around next week, or did you want to say something before we end it?
No, that was just automated.
Oh, got it.
Didn't expect that.
Got it. Okay, cool. We got everybody watching. All right. Thanks you all. Yeah, see you on Slack, see you on GitHub, and see you next week on Zoom. Bye.